God says, this is the ultimate sacrifice. If you skip this, God will vanish from your life. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. Listen to me now. You are about to hear something that could change the course of your entire life. If you skip this, if you scroll past, you may miss the one thing your heart has been crying out for in silence. There is a warning echoing in the spirit right now, loud, urgent, and trembling with love. God Himself is speaking. He is calling out to you. Not just anyone, you. This is not just a message. It is the turning point between breakthrough or loss, blessing or silence, covering or distance. Comment Amen right now to affirm this word. This is the ultimate sacrifice. And when God says that, it is not about something light or optional. He means it. He is saying, what I am about to reveal to you demands all of you, not a part. If you hold back, I will be silent. I will not push. I will not beg, but I will step back. That is what vanishing looks like. It is not punishment. It is what happens when your heart chooses distance instead of surrender. And this moment right now is a divine confrontation. God is asking, will you choose me or not? This is not about religion. This is about presence. This is about whether my hand remains over your life or is lifted. And no, this is not something you can delay or revisit later. Delay is already distance. Disobedience is already agreement with the enemy. This is the last warning before the silence. I am not saying this to scare you. I am saying it because I love you enough to shake you awake. If you believe this is for you, comment 1111. Now listen carefully. God says, the ultimate sacrifice I am speaking of is your will, your plans, your pride, your need to be in control. That is the altar I'm asking you to come to. Lay it down, not just with your lips, with your life. You have prayed for blessings, for breakthroughs, for peace, for healing. But what you haven't understood is that my presence is the blessing, and I cannot dwell in a divided heart. My power cannot fill what is already full of self. There is too much noise in your soul, and I want silence. There is too much striving, and I want surrender. There is too much pretending, and I want honesty. You cry out for me in crisis, but resist me in correction. I will not compete with your idols. And if your comfort matters more than my call, then yes, I will vanish not because I don't love you, but because you've chosen to live as if I don't matter. And love never forces itself. You are not here by accident. I have been chasing you in the quiet. I've whispered through tears, through restlessness, through sleepless nights. I have stood near while you scrolled past. Me. But this is not a whisper anymore. This is a cry. This is me, your creator, saying, let me have you, not a part, not a moment, all. Because what I have for you cannot be received by hands still clinging to the old. Like Abraham raising the knife over Isaac, I am asking for the one thing that costs everything, because I am the God who provides. But I only provide where there is obedience. You are praying for the ram in the bush, but you haven't climbed the mountain yet. You haven't let go. So no, I will not show up for performance. I will show up for sacrifice. My presence dwells where pride dies. This is the moment I draw the line in your life. You have wandered long enough. You have doubted long enough. You have compromised long enough. I am not calling you to be perfect. I am calling you to be surrendered, because the war you are in is not against people. It's against the plan of the enemy to distract you from me, to drain your passion, to exhaust your heart. And every time you choose comfort over conviction, he wins a little more of your destiny. Like Moses in front of the burning bush, I'm calling you by name. Take off your shoes. This is holy ground, not because of where you stand, but because of who is speaking. I am holy, and I am here, but I will not be where there is divided worship. I will not dwell in temples built by ego. And that is what you've been doing, trying to mix me into a life built by your own design. Do you want my covering? Then give me your crown. Do you want my blessing? Then let go of your blueprint. The miracles you've cried out for are not being withheld. They are being held until your hands are empty enough to receive. I want to give you more than you asked for, but I won't give it to a heart that treats me as a side thought. You are my child. I have chosen you, not because of your works, not because of your strength, but because I saw the end from the beginning and still said, yes. I covered you when you didn't even believe in me. I protected you when your prayers were cold. I delivered you when you didn't deserve it. And even now, my eyes are on you. My love has not failed, but I am drawing a line. You can't live in both worlds anymore. The lukewarm will be spit out. The half-surrendered will be exposed. The fence you've been sitting on will collapse. Choose today whom you will serve. If it's me, then come to the altar of your will and lay it down. That is the ultimate sacrifice. And I promise, on the other side of that death is life. On the other side of surrender is power. On the other side of obedience is a joy that cannot be shaken. This is not a threat. It is a wake-up call. Because I will not be mocked. My spirit will not strive with man forever. There is a window open now, but it will not stay open forever. I love you too much to let you stay asleep, too much to bless you into destruction. So yes, I will vanish if you ignore me, because that silence is the only thing that might finally break your pride. A neuroscientist says, yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Now listen again. I am here. This moment is sacred. Don't skip this. Don't harden your heart. Let the tears fall. Let the silence speak. Let me in. I am knocking, not shouting, knocking. And if you open the door, I will come in. I will sit with you. I will heal you. I will carry you through every storm. But if you walk away again, don't ask why I feel far. I don't leave, but I also don't force. Before I give more, tell me, are you ready to surrender all? Like this, if your heart is still open. Not for the sake of a number, but as a step toward obedience. This is not a story. This is the Spirit of the living God reaching for you, one last time before the silence. I want to pour out blessing. I want to surround you with angels. I want to break every chain that's held you back. But I need your yes, a full yes, a trembling yes, a real yes. But I need your full attention now, not tomorrow, not when it's more convenient. Not when the pain gets worse or the pressure gets higher. Right now, this moment is not just another passing word, it's an encounter. And I won't repeat it in the same way again. You've prayed for me to show up. This is me showing up. And I'm not here to entertain you or comfort you in delay. I'm here to call you back to me, fully, deeply, without conditions. The ultimate sacrifice isn't something on the outside. It's your inner throne. Who sits on it? Me or you? Because both cannot rule, one has to surrender. I'm calling you to step down from the seat of your own control and let me lead completely. This is not partial obedience. This is total surrender. Comment 222 if you trust what you're hearing. You've felt the silence before. You've had seasons where everything felt cold, distant, like I wasn't there. You wondered why the prayers seemed to hit the ceiling, why the joy faded, why you kept going in circles. I was there, but I was quiet, not out of anger, out of heartbreak, because you kept asking for my blessings while shutting me out of the room. You wanted my hand, but not my heart. You wanted protection, but not instruction. I cannot bless disobedience. I cannot pour living water into a cracked cup. This is why I'm saying the words I am now. If you skip this, if you keep choosing convenience over consecration, then yes, I will vanish. Not because I don't care, but because you've asked me to step aside by your choices. I don't visit hearts where I am not welcomed as Lord. I am not a guest. I am God. And I am a jealous God. I will not compete with the idols you've built: success, people, pride, comfort, self. You've been wrestling. You've been tired. That's not just life wearing you out. That's your soul trying to run on your own wisdom. It's not working, and you know it. You've tried everything to fix things in your own strength. And still, the emptiness creeps back. The fear returns. The anxiety chokes you in the middle of the night. The relationships are strained. The finances stretch too thin. The purpose feels blurred. And through all of that, you've heard my whisper: come back, let go, trust me. This is your call home. This sacrifice I ask of you, it's not to hurt you, it's to heal you. It's not to punish, it's to prepare. The reason you haven't seen the breakthrough yet is because I'm not going to give you what you can't steward. I won't let your next blessing destroy you the way the last one almost did. I love you too much. I see what you can't see. I see the danger behind that open door you keep begging for. I see the traps behind the opportunities you think are from me. That's why I've shut some things down. That's why some people left. That's why certain plans collapsed. I'm not ruining your life. I'm saving it. You asked me for more. I'm ready to give it. But not before the sacrifice. Not before the altar. Abraham didn't know I would stop him. All he knew was that I asked for Isaac, the promise, the one thing he loved most. And he walked that mountain with a trembling heart, but an obedient step. He laid it down. That's the kind of faith I honor. Not perfect, but surrendered. If you want to see my hand, bring me your heart. If you want to walk in power, die to pride. If you want to hear my voice, quiet the noise. This world is loud, your fear is loud, but I still speak in whispers. You are not forgotten. Even when you ran, I was there. Even when you rebelled, I protected you. Even when you pushed me away, I placed my hand on your life. But now I am calling you back with urgency. Because the time is short. There is no more room for delay. You are in a defining moment. Your yes today will shape your tomorrow. Your surrender now will build the foundation for everything I've promised you. This is more than emotion. This is eternity. I don't want your applause, I want your alignment. I want your yes to echo in the way you live, speak, love, give, and believe. Not once, not just when things go wrong. Every day, every moment. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for pursuit. For a heart that says, God, I'm yours. I'm tired of trying without you. I need you to lead. You are my beloved, my chosen, my anointed. Not because you earned it, but because I placed my name on you before you ever breathed your first breath. You think you're too broken. I see purpose. You think you've wasted too much time. I say, watch what I redeem. You think you're not strong enough. I say, good, my power is made perfect in your weakness. So come, don't clean yourself up first. Just come, don't delay. Don't doubt. Just come. Comment 333 to declare your faith if you're still listening. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I've prepared miracles for you. Doors you don't even know exist. Healing that will touch every corner of your soul. Restoration in places you've long buried. But I need access. I need your heart to be fully mine. Not for my benefit, but for yours. Because the enemy is after your calling. He wants to silence your voice. He wants you to believe that I'm done with you. That your mistakes have disqualified you. That your delays have erased your destiny. But he is a liar. You're still breathing because I'm still working. You're still here because I still have plans for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. But you have to come back. You have to let me in. No more half-hearted worship. No more convenient faith. No more picking and choosing which parts of me you follow. I am Lord of all, or not at all. This is your turning point. The tears you're holding back right now, I see them. The ache in your chest, I feel it. I formed that heart, and I know what it longs for. Let me heal it. Let me fill it. Let me carry you. You don't have to carry the weight of your past anymore. I carried a cross for it. I paid the price already. All I'm asking now is that you give me everything. That you come back to me with a heart that says, "Yes, Lord, whatever it takes." Because this is the ultimate sacrifice. And if you skip this, you will walk into a future without my voice, without my covering, not because I'm cruel, but because I refuse to stay where I'm not trusted. I refuse to be treated like an option when I should be your everything. But if you come, if you choose me over all, watch what I will do, watch what I will open. Watch how I will flood your life with peace that passes understanding. Watch how I will fight your battles, provide in the dry places, speak in the silence, hold you in the storm. I am God. I do not lie. I do not fail. I do not abandon those who are mine. This is the same voice that said, "Let there be light," now saying, "Let there be surrender." And I know your heart is trembling because you can feel it. I'm close. I'm near. And I won't leave unless you push me away again. This is holy ground, right where you are. Don't move too fast. Let this word sink in. Let your heart be still. Let your soul listen. You've been searching for signs, begging for answers, crying for a word. But here it is. I am that word. I am the sign. And this is not just for comfort, it's for decision. I have poured my mercy on you over and over again. I have carried you when you didn't even believe I was real. But now, I want your whole life, not pieces, not moments, not a Sunday version of you. I want it all. You say you want me to stay, then prove it by what you release. I will not remain where I am not followed. I will not dwell where I am barely acknowledged. I will not bless what is built on rebellion. You want me to move in your life? Then move out of the driver's seat. Stop asking me to rescue what I never told you to start. I never told you to compromise. I never told you to settle. I never told you to chase their approval. That was you, not me. But I am still here, and I'm still calling you. Comment 555 if you believe I'm speaking to you right now. You wonder why things are breaking down, why every step forward seems to push you 2 steps back, why the pressure keeps building, why the answers haven't come. You thought I was being silent, but you didn't realize I was waiting. Not because I'm distant, but because I'm watching. Watching if you would choose me without the gift in your hands. Watching if you would still trust me when the doors didn't open. Watching if you would still kneel when nothing made sense. That is worship. That is real surrender. Do you remember the fire that once burned in you? The tears you used to cry just hearing my name? The way your hands would rise before your mind could even catch up? That wasn't emotion. That was connection. That was your soul recognizing the one it belongs to. But somewhere along the way, you let the world quiet that fire. You let disappointment steal your praise. You let fear silence your obedience. And now you walk with a limp, wondering if I even still want you. I do. I always have. But I don't want the version of you that's trying to keep one hand in the world. I want the raw, real you. The one who has nothing left to offer but a broken yes. I can work with that. I will rebuild that. I will use that. I will pour out so much glory on that surrendered yes, that the pain you've walked through will become the very testimony that sets others free. But I need your surrender, not your talent, not your performance, not your image, just you. You think your past is too messy. I say it's the ground where I do my best work. You think your future is too uncertain. I say I'm already there. You think your strength is too little. I say that's where my grace shows off. But I can't pour new wine into old wineskins. I won't place destiny in hands that won't let go of distraction. If you want me to move, then let me in. Every room, every corner, every part of you that's still trying to hide. This is not a moment for half-hearted repentance. This is a moment for full surrender. And I know that word scares you, because surrender means risk. It means trusting me with the parts you've protected for years. It means releasing control. But what you don't realize is that your control is the very thing choking your joy. It's not keeping you safe. It's keeping you stuck. And the enemy wants you to stay there, afraid to jump, afraid to trust, afraid to obey. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. But I'm not the enemy. I'm the Father who sees what's ahead. I'm the God who walks into the fire with you. I'm the shepherd who leaves the 99 to carry you home. I'm the king who took off his crown to wear a cross, just to make sure nothing would separate us again. So no, I'm not angry. I'm pleading. I'm crying out with urgency. Don't miss this. Don't scroll away. Don't harden your heart again. You don't know how many more chances you'll have like this one. Comment 1212 if you're still listening and choosing to surrender. I'm calling you deeper. That means some people won't follow you where I'm taking you. Let them go. That means some habits won't survive the shift I'm bringing. Lay them down. That means the version of yourself you built to survive this world will have to die. Let it die. I'm not here to fix who you pretended to be. I'm here to resurrect who I created you to be. And that version of you only comes alive in the presence of surrender. I'm not promising ease, but I am promising power. I'm not promising crowds, but I am promising purpose. I'm not promising fame, but I am promising fulfillment. And that kind of life doesn't come from striving. It comes from resting in me, trusting me when the way is unclear, obeying me when it's unpopular, walking with me when you feel alone. I promise you are not alone. The same angels that encamped around my prophets are watching over you now. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the grave is alive in you. If you will let me be Lord, not just a voice you visit in crisis, you will walk in power you've never known. You keep asking me to do a new thing. I will. But it will require a new you. One that has laid down the old patterns, the old coping, the old fears, the old self. One that says, whatever it costs, I'll follow. That's the only way to me. That's the only way forward. There is no shortcut to transformation. It happens on the altar. And that altar is where I meet you. Not to judge, but to pour out fire. Not to destroy, but to refine. That fire will burn what you were never meant to carry. That fire will awaken what you thought had died. That fire will give you boldness you never knew was possible. And in that place, you'll see what you couldn't see before. You'll realize I was never far. You'll realize that my delay was my protection. You'll realize that my silence was drawing out your hunger. And when you surrender, you'll finally hear me again, not as a whisper lost in the noise, but as the clear, roaring love of your Father saying, I'm here, I never left, and I'm ready to move. I know the battles you've been fighting in silence. I know how hard you've tried to hold it all together while feeling like you're falling apart. And still, I'm here. Still speaking, still waiting, still offering you what the world never could, my presence. There's a cost to this calling, and I won't lie to you. The ultimate sacrifice isn't pretty. It will break everything false in you. It will separate you from things that once felt safe. It will pull you out of familiar places and demand a kind of faith that shakes you, but it will also deliver you. It will heal you. It will restore what nothing else could. Because I am not asking for your pain, I'm asking for your permission. Your permission to rebuild your life the way I intended it before the world tried to shape it. You've been wrestling with me in your heart. I know that. You've heard me calling, and something in you resisted, not because you're rebellious, but because you're afraid. You're afraid that surrender will cost too much. But here is the truth. The life you're trying to protect is not the life I've designed for you. It's a shell. It's a shadow. It's not freedom. It's survival. And I didn't create you to survive. I created you to live. Comment 777 if your spirit agrees. You've carried shame for too long. And I need to say this clearly. I am not holding your past against you. I am not counting your sins to determine your worth. I already paid for it. Fully. Completely. What I want now is your yes. Your wholehearted, trembling, honest yes. That's what I can bless. That's what I can fill. You don't have to get it all right before you come to me. You just have to stop hiding. I already know, and I still want you. There are things in your life that will start shifting the moment you surrender. Not because of magic, but because my presence changes everything. I will walk into the middle of your storm and speak peace where there was chaos. I will stand beside you in the fire and you won't be burned. But you must stop reaching back to the old habits, the old people, the old thinking. You cannot step into the new while holding on to what I've already asked you to release. You wonder why some things have felt blocked, why the doors didn't open, why the opportunities dried up. I closed them, not to punish you, but to redirect you, because I knew where they would lead. And I love you too much to let you destroy your future. You called them delays. I called them divine interventions. And now I am calling you to trust that every no was my protection. Every closed door was my mercy. Every silence was my invitation to draw near. You've asked for revival. I'm ready to give it. But revival doesn't begin in the world. It begins in you, in the quiet places, in the surrendered moments, in the breaking of your own pride. That's where my fire falls. Not on performances, not on platforms, but on altars. Your altar is waiting. Will you come? Will you lay yourself down, not for show, but for transformation? Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This is the dividing line. You've lingered long enough in indecision. You've asked me to keep chasing you while you chase everything else. But I won't. Not anymore. I love you too deeply to play the background in your life. I am either Lord of all or not Lord at all. That's the kind of love I have for you, jealous, consuming, relentless. I want all of you, not the leftovers. Comment 999 if you're still listening and ready to choose God over everything. This is not about religion. This is about intimacy. It's not about how often you show up in a building. It's about whether you let me into the broken places you hide. Because I already see them. You can't impress me with words or rituals. What moves me is when your soul finally says, I can't do this without you. That's where I begin. That's where my power flows. That's where chains start to break and strongholds begin to fall. I've seen the nights where you cried yourself to sleep. I've seen the moments where you questioned if I still hear you. I have. I never stopped. But I was waiting not for you to clean up, but to open up. I never needed your perfection. I just needed your permission. And when you finally give it, not halfway, not holding back, I will come in like a flood. I will cover you in peace. I will lift the weight off your shoulders. I will give you rest. But it won't happen while you're still trying to be your own savior. It won't happen while you keep excusing disobedience as delay. There are things I've asked you to leave behind that you've kept holding. That's why you feel stuck. That's why you feel torn. You were never meant to live divided. Your soul was made to be fully mine. And when you return to that place, everything changes. Let me say it again. I am not angry with you. I am calling you because I see what's coming. I see what's ahead, and I want you covered. I want you prepared. I want you walking in the fullness of what I've planned for you. But you won't get there without surrender. You can't walk into purpose while dragging rebellion. You can't walk in freedom while partnering with what enslaves you. That's why this word is urgent. That's why I keep saying, this is the ultimate sacrifice. Because it is. It's your control, your pride, your timeline, your way. And I know it feels like death, but I promise, on the other side is resurrection. On the other side is joy. On the other side is a kind of peace that doesn't depend on the storm ending. I don't promise an easy road. I promise a present God. And I am enough for you. I always have been. There is a shift happening right now. Heaven is watching your response. The angels are leaning in, and you are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to make the most important decision of your life. To say yes, fully, completely, no matter the cost. Because the reward is greater than anything you could build on your own. I want you to look back one day and say, that was the moment it all changed. Not because you shouted the loudest or cried the most, but because you finally surrendered everything, because you finally stopped running, because you finally believed that I am better than anything this world can offer. And when you do, you'll never have to beg for my presence again. I will dwell with you. I will walk with you. I will defend you. I will bless you. This isn't just a feeling, this is me. I've been calling your name, not just today, but for years. Through every failure, every mistake, every season where you thought I was far away, I was still calling. And right now, you're finally listening. Don't stop now. Don't let your past talk you out of what I'm doing in you right now. Don't let shame keep your hands tied. I already carried it. I already crushed it at the cross. You don't need to punish yourself anymore. What I need is your surrender. That's all. Not performance, not perfection. Just a heart that says, God, I'm done doing it my way. And when that becomes your truth, I will flood your life with so much grace, you'll wonder why you ever waited so long to return. Comment 1010 if you're ready to give me full control. The truth is, you've tried to run your life without me. You've planned, built, pushed, and fought to keep everything under control. But deep down, you're exhausted, because control is a weight you weren't created to carry. You were created to walk with me, not ahead of me. You were designed to live in step with my spirit, not pull me along with your agenda. And the reason it keeps breaking down is not because I've abandoned you, it's because you've been walking without my covering. That covering is not automatic. It follows obedience. My protection surrounds those who walk in my will. Not perfectly, but surrendered. And right now, I'm calling you out of wandering, out of cycles, out of confusion, into clarity, into peace, into alignment with who I created you to be. But it will cost you your pride. It will cost you your version of how you thought your life should go. It will cost you relationships that were only meant to be seasonal. And I know that's hard. But what I have for you on the other side is so much greater. I'm not asking you to lose yourself. I'm asking you to find your real self in me. The version of you that's not shaped by trauma, or fear, or rejection. The one I saw when I formed you in the womb. That person still exists, and I want to bring them back. I want to bring healing to the parts of you that have been hidden. I want to breathe life into the dreams you buried under disappointment. I want to show you that surrender isn't the end, it's the beginning of everything real. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't have to keep pretending. I see the pain behind your smile. I know how many nights you've cried when no one was watching. I know the thoughts that try to drown you, the lies that say you're too broken, too late, too far. And I want you to know I am still here. You're not too late. You're not too far. You're exactly where you need to be to see me move like never before. But you have to decide. Will you surrender your life, or will you keep chasing empty things? Comment 1515 if you're still listening and trusting. I will not force you. I never have. But I've waited, patiently, lovingly. I've protected you, even when you walked into danger. I've blocked things you begged for, not to frustrate you, but to save you. I've held back blessings because your heart wasn't ready. And now I'm saying, let me in. Let me have not just the surface, but the deep places. Let me clean the parts you've tried to hide, because I already see it. And I don't run from brokenness, I heal it. You don't have to beg for my love. You already have it. I don't withhold myself to punish you. I withdraw when your heart chooses other things, because I refuse to compete with idols. I am a jealous God, not because I am insecure, but because I know there is no life outside of me. And if I allowed you to keep living without me, eventually the weight of this world would crush you. That's why I speak so strongly now. Not from anger, but from love. There is a war happening around you, even if you can't see it. A war for your mind, your future, your purpose. The enemy doesn't fear who you are now, he fears who you will become when you fully surrender. That's why the pressure has increased. That's why everything around you has tried to distract, numb, and confuse you. He knows that if you ever fully say yes to me, he loses his grip, and he's scared. Because your yes will not only change your life, it will impact everyone connected to you. There are generations inside of you. There are people who will be set free because of your obedience. There are places I want to send you, people I want to heal through you, lives I want to restore with the testimony you carry. But I can't release you into that while you still hold on to what I asked you to lay down. I need you to trust that what's ahead is worth whatever you lose. That what you release will never compare to what I'm about to give you. I've seen the damage others caused you. I know you've had people walk away. I know trust is hard for you, but I'm not like them. I don't break promises. I don't turn my back. I don't give up when it gets hard. I'm still here, still calling you by name, still knocking on the door of your heart. And I won't stop until you open fully. I will always love you, but my presence only remains where it is honored. This is the choice you face, my presence or my absence, my voice or the silence, my power or your struggle, and you can't keep standing in between. The middle ground is no longer an option. You can't live halfway and expect full blessing. You can't keep me in a corner and expect me to fight your battles. I will not share space with what's been robbing your soul. But if you surrender, if you truly give me everything, watch what happens. Watch how the heaviness lifts. Watch how peace floods in. Watch how clarity replaces confusion. Watch how I make a way in the desert and rivers in the wasteland. I am not limited by your surroundings. I am not bound by your failures. I am God. And when I step into your surrendered life, miracles follow. I've done it before, and I will do it again. But it starts with your yes. So ask yourself, what are you still holding back? What haven't you placed on the altar yet? What are you afraid to lose, even though it's been hurting you more than helping you? I'm not just after your sin, I'm after your heart. Because when I have your heart, everything else falls into place. The grip of fear, shame, pride, and doubt is loosening. And even if you don't feel it all at once, it's happening. Because you are not just hearing me, you're responding. And every response makes room for more of me to move. You may not realize it yet, but this moment is sacred. Not because of where you are, but because of what's happening inside you. This is the holy ground I care about. Your heart becoming soft again, your walls beginning to lower, your spirit finally whispering, God, maybe I'm ready. That's all I need. I don't need grand gestures. I don't need perfect words. I just need that one real, honest whisper. That yes, you've looked for me in the noise, in the wind, in the fire, but I've been in the stillness. You've asked me to speak loudly, but I've been speaking clearly. And right now, more than anything, I want you to hear this. I have never stopped loving you. I didn't turn away when you gave up. I didn't withdraw when you doubted. I didn't pull back when you questioned me. I stayed. I waited. And now I'm calling louder because I can't let you live beneath what I created you for. Comment 1717 if you know this is for you. You were made for more than survival. You were created for communion. That means constant closeness with me, not religion, not routine, but relationship. Real, daily, honest relationship. That's why everything else has started to feel empty. That's why no matter what you gain, it doesn't fill the void, because I am the only one who fits there. And no career, no person, no achievement will ever take my place. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've tried to fix things in your own strength. You've said, if I just do better, maybe this will work. But you've been trying to fix spiritual problems with physical solutions. You've tried to medicate your spirit with distractions. But I'm not calling you to manage pain, I'm calling you to healing. I'm not here to patch things up, I'm here to make all things new, and new begins with surrender. The kind of surrender that holds nothing back, the kind that says, even if it costs me everything, I want you more. That's the place where I meet people. That's the place where I've always moved. It was never the crowd I blessed, it was the desperate. The woman who touched my robe didn't have a plan, she had faith. The blind man didn't have proof, he had a cry. The thief on the cross didn't have a clean record, he had a broken heart. And I answered them all, not because they earned it, but because they believed. And I'm still answering those who believe today. You don't need to climb some spiritual ladder to reach me. I came down to reach you. I stepped into the dust, into the pain, into the brokenness of humanity just to bring you back to me. And now, I'm reminding you again, this is not about being worthy. You never could be. That's why I came. That's why I died. That's why I rose again. So that nothing, absolutely nothing, could stand between us ever again. Unless you let it. I am knocking. Still. Gently. But the door won't stay open forever. Not because I'm cruel, but because your heart is at a crossroads, and the decisions you make now are shaping the path ahead. I know the weight of that. I know the fear. But I also know the beauty waiting on the other side of obedience. You've seen glimpses of it. You've felt it in worship, in silence, in moments you couldn't explain. And I want to give you that constantly, not just occasionally. Comment Amen if your heart agrees. You've let the world tell you who you are. You've let trauma define your identity. You've let failure speak louder than promise. But I have the final word, and I say you are mine. You are chosen. You are set apart, not forgotten, not rejected, not too far gone. You are loved by the one who holds the universe together. And that means nothing about your life is random. Not the pain, not the waiting, not even the parts that broke you. I will use it all. Yes, even the worst of it. I will use the heartbreak to make your love deeper. I will use the rejection to root you in my acceptance. I will use the delay to stretch your faith. I will use the silence to sharpen your hearing. Nothing is wasted in my hands, but I cannot force you to place it there. That's your choice. You have to let it go. You have to lay it down. You have to decide that freedom matters more than familiarity, that breakthrough matters more than comfort. You're standing at the edge of something divine. Not just a better version of your life, but a completely transformed one. You've asked for change. I'm offering it. But it won't come without sacrifice. That's why this is the ultimate sacrifice. It's not your money. It's not your schedule. It's your will, your control, your plans, your self-made identity. That's the altar I'm asking for, because when that dies, real life begins. And when you give it, I will pour out blessings you cannot contain. I will open doors no man can shut. I will align relationships, heal wounds, restore what was stolen. I will give you wisdom beyond your years. I will surround you with favor like a shield. I will protect you from the traps the enemy set. I will fight battles you never even knew existed. All I ask is that you stop holding back, that you stop treating me like a visitor, that you let me be Lord. I will be your peace when everything shakes. I will be your fire in the dark. I will be your voice when you have none left. I will be your anchor when the storm comes. But I will not fight for a place you won't give me. I do not force my way into your life. I wait for the invitation. And right now, I'm asking for it one more time. Not because I'm desperate, but because you are. You don't need another temporary fix. You need transformation. You don't need another motivational word. You need an encounter. And that's what I'm offering you. Not just words, my presence, my power, my spirit dwelling inside you, leading you, changing you from the inside out. That's what you were made for. That's what you've been missing. That's what nothing else has been able to replace, and that's what you will lose if you skip this moment. Because I will vanish where I'm not welcomed. I will step back where I'm ignored, and that absence will be louder than any sermon, heavier than any warning. It won't be punishment. It will be the space you created when you walked away. And I don't want that for you. I want you near. I want you covered. I want you healed. I want you walking in your calling. But the door to that life only opens with surrender. And now, everything I've been whispering is coming to the surface. You're starting to understand this isn't just another message, another voice, another emotional moment. This is the turning point. This is heaven interrupting your ordinary life to say, enough delay. It's time. You've wondered, God, why do I keep ending up in the same place? You've tried to change, to grow, to break free, but you keep circling the same mountain. That's not because you're weak. It's because you've been avoiding the one thing I've been asking for, your full surrender. Not a temporary yes, not a half-hearted prayer, a full surrender. That's the only way out of the cycle. That's the only way forward. You keep trying to fix the fruit, but the root is control. And control dies on the altar of obedience. Comment 222 if you trust what I'm speaking over you right now. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. I see how tired you are, not just physically, spiritually, emotionally. You're carrying burdens you were never meant to carry. You've been trying to be strong for everyone else while silently breaking down inside. You smile while you suffer. You serve while you bleed. You keep showing up, but deep inside you're running on empty. And I'm not asking you to keep performing. I'm asking you to lay it all down. Let go of the idea that you have to keep everything together. You don't. That's my job. I am your rest. I am your strength. I am your safe place. You don't have to be strong enough. I already am. You don't have to have all the answers. I already do. And I'm not looking for a flawless version of you. I'm looking for the real one. The one who's been crying behind closed doors. The one who's been holding on by a thread. The one who still dares to believe, even after everything. That's the one I want. That's the one I love. That's the one I will restore. But I need your heart back, not just on Sundays. Not just in crisis. All of it. Because the place where I want to do the deepest work is the place you've tried to hide. and I will wait as long as it takes, but know this, I won't fight for what you won't release. If you want healing, I'm ready. If you want peace, it's yours. If you want power, I will fill you. But you must come empty. You must come willing. You must come surrendered. There's a reason you're still here reading this. You've been hungry for something real. You've tried to find me in people, in churches, in words, in signs. And while I've used all of those, what I truly want is for you to meet me yourself. No filter, no barrier, just you and me. That's the relationship I died to give you. Not religion, not routine, real connection, real presence, real love. Comment Amen if your heart agrees with this. I know what they did to you. I know how deeply you've been hurt. I know how hard it is to trust again. But I'm not them. I don't leave. I don't lie. I don't change. I don't use you. I heal. I restore. I cover. And I stay. I stay through every season, every storm, every mistake. My love is not based on your performance. It is based on my promise, and I have not broken it. But I need you to stop living like you have to earn me. You never could. That's the beauty of grace. I gave it to you knowing every flaw, every failure, every fall. And I still chose you. I still want you. I still see purpose in you. That purpose has not been cancelled. That calling has not been revoked. But it is being delayed every time you ignore my voice. Every time you say, later, God. Every time you choose comfort over calling. I'm not asking for a part of you. I'm asking for everything. And yes, I know what that costs. I know what you'll have to walk away from. I know what you'll have to release. I know how scary it feels to surrender your plans, your timing, your dreams. But what you give up for me, I restore in ways you never imagined. I don't just replace what's lost, I redeem it. I turn it into something better, something eternal. You think you're losing something by choosing me, but you're not. You're gaining everything. You're gaining freedom, you're gaining peace, you're gaining identity, clarity, direction, protection, and power. You're gaining the life you were always meant to live. The life that doesn't just survive but overflows. The life that brings others back to me because of the light shining through your surrender. But you must decide. I won't force you. I won't beg. I'm speaking now clearly, deeply, powerfully, because I love you too much to watch you drift through life thinking you're fine when you're far from me. I don't want you to settle for surface-level faith. I want your soul. I want your love. I want your surrender. Not because I need it, but because you do. This is your chance, your open door, your divine moment. The enemy has been working overtime to distract you, discourage you, numb you, and drain your spirit. Because he knows what's coming if you say yes to me. He knows what I'll unlock. He knows how many chains will break. He knows how many others you'll lead into freedom. And that's why he's been attacking you so hard. Not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous to his kingdom. You are chosen, not by accident, not by coincidence. I handpicked you. I placed my spirit in you. I've preserved you through battles that should have taken you out. You thought it was your strength, but it was me. I've been holding you, even in the silence. Even when you doubted, even when you felt nothing, I was still there, still protecting, still preparing, still waiting. But now I'm speaking, louder, clearer, stronger, because this is the final call to surrender, not to scare you, but to save you, not to pressure you, but to awaken you. Because I will vanish from the places where I am no longer invited, and I will not compete with idols. I will not bless rebellion. I will not cover what I did not call, but I will show up in full power when you say yes. I will flood your life with glory when you finally let go. I will open doors no man can shut. I will walk with you into every battle and bring you out stronger. This is what I've been waiting for. Not your perfection, not your promises, your permission. I can't do what I long to do in your life unless you surrender what's been standing in the way. And I say this not to condemn you, but to remind you you have been chosen for something higher, something deeper, something eternal. You've been trying to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold you. You've been shrinking yourself to survive. But I didn't call you to survive. I called you to rise. Comment 333 to declare your faith if you're ready to rise again. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I have watched you walk through storms others never saw. You've held it together while falling apart inside. You've kept praying even when the answers didn't come. And even in your weakest moments, I've never looked away. My eye has been on you every moment. Not because I'm waiting for you to mess up, but because I see the gold in you. I see what I planted. I see what's still growing under the surface. You think nothing is changing, but I see the roots pushing deep. And when the time is right, breakthrough will come. But the breakthrough is tied to your obedience. You want me to move. I want you to trust. You want a miracle. I want your full surrender. You want peace. I want your pride. This is not punishment, this is process. And everything you're walking through is working something in you that comfort never could. I'm not trying to destroy you. I'm preparing you. Because the blessing I'm about to pour out requires a deeper foundation. I can't build on sand. I need you steady. I need you anchored in me. You've seen my mercy. You've felt my protection. But now I want to take you beyond what you've known. I want you to walk in power, in authority, in clarity. I want you to discern my voice in every moment. I want to give you revelation that breaks through confusion. I want to use your life as a vessel of my glory. But I can't pour fresh oil into a cracked vessel. I can't fill what's already full of self. So this is your moment to come empty. Lay it all down. The fear, the excuses, the timeline, the what-ifs, all of it. Let me have the broken pieces. Let me have the places you thought I didn't want. I want all of it, not to judge but to heal, not to shame but to restore. You keep thinking you have to hide from me, but I've seen it all already. And I still chose you. I still love you. I still have plans for you. Plans to give you hope, a future, a life that overflows. But it begins with one thing, obedience. Comment 1111 if you know this is a divine call for your surrender. You've tried to follow me and keep your old life. But the two cannot coexist. Light and darkness do not mix. Obedience and rebellion do not walk the same road. And if you keep trying to drag what I've asked you to leave behind, you will keep wondering why peace escapes you. I'm not blessing what you built without me. I'm blessing what you place in my hands. And if it breaks in my hands, it's only because I plan to remake it. Stop mourning what I've removed. Stop running back to what I freed you from. Some doors closed because I had to protect you. Some relationships ended because they couldn't go where I'm taking you. Some seasons dried up because your roots were growing deeper. Trust me, even in the loss, even in the silence. Trust me. I don't make mistakes, and I didn't start with you. God says, you have been warned enough times. Someone in your family who has already passed away is begging to reveal a hidden truth. If you skip this, their voice will vanish forever. Don't skip God. Listen now. You must not turn away from this. There is a cry echoing from the other side, and it carries more weight than you can understand right now. You feel it, don't you? That pull inside your heart, that tightness in your chest, something's trying to reach you. God is not sending this word to you by accident. Someone who once loved you deeply is crying out from the silence beyond, pleading for your attention. If you scroll past, their voice may never reach you again. And what you miss could be your miracle, your breakthrough, the very clarity you've been praying for. Stay. Please don't skip this. If you do, you may lose something far more precious than you realize. If your heart feels even a little bit stirred, then this is for you. Don't silence that feeling. There is something spiritual happening right now, and it has everything to do with you. Before we go any further, comment Amen below to affirm your heart is open to hear God right now. Let the heavens see you are listening. Don't delay this moment. Don't let it slip. This isn't just a warning, it's a divine message sent straight to your soul. God has been patient. He's whispered to you in quiet hours. He's stirred your spirit in dreams and restless nights. He's sent signs through people, through feelings you couldn't explain, and now he is speaking plainly. Someone in your family who has already crossed over has been trying again and again to pass something on. They haven't found peace because you haven't heard it yet. They're waiting for you to open your heart, to listen, and to understand. There is a truth that's been buried for too long. It's not just about them. It's about you. It's about something you need to know. Something that could heal a wound you've carried quietly for years. This truth isn't meant to hurt you. It's meant to free you, to lift the weight off your chest. God is standing with you right now, not in anger, but with love and urgency. He's giving you another chance to hear this voice, the one that's been crying out through the veil of eternity. This person was once close to you. Their love did not die with their body. Their spirit has stayed near, hoping for this moment. They've been begging God to make a way to reach you, and this is that way. They need you to know the truth before it's too late. If you ignore this, their voice might be lost. But if you listen, if you open yourself to what God is trying to show you, something inside you will break open in the best way. You will begin to see things clearly. You will finally understand God is not trying to scare you. He's trying to awaken you. He's calling you out of numbness, out of distraction, out of that place where your spirit has been asleep. You've been feeling empty, unsettled, unsure. This is why you were never meant to carry all this alone or to live in the dark. He's been sending signs. You've seen them. Repeating numbers, sudden emotions, dreams that felt too real, songs that spoke directly to your soul. That was not random. That was not your imagination. That was God, and it was them reaching. The truth they want to reveal may change how you see your life, your choices, your path forward. It may bring healing to generations. There may have been secrets hidden in pain, or in shame, or in silence. God does not reveal these things to destroy. He reveals to redeem. What has been buried in silence, He brings into the light so that healing can begin. There is grace in this message. There is mercy in this moment. God is giving you a holy opportunity. Don't throw it away. If you believe this moment is not a coincidence, comment 11111 below to confirm you receive it. Let that number declare your belief that heaven is aligning with you right now. This is divine timing. You're not here by accident. God sees how you've been fighting battles in silence. He knows what you've lost, what you've endured, and what you've kept buried deep in your soul. And still, you are here. Still, you haven't given up. That is not weakness, that is strength. You are chosen, you are protected. There are angels assigned to your life. You are not alone, even when it feels like it. The enemy has tried to cloud your mind with doubt, confusion, distraction. That's why this message feels heavy. That's why something inside you is fighting whether to keep watching. Because hell knows if you receive this truth, you'll be free. You'll break generational chains. You'll walk in peace again. You'll finally understand the aching in your spirit. Don't let darkness win. Let light in. God says you have been warned enough times. This is not about punishment, it's about purpose. Warnings come because something matters. You matter. Your family matters. Your soul matters. There are prayers your ancestors whispered that are still hanging in the air, waiting for fulfillment. There are promises God made that haven't been broken, they've just been delayed. And now He's awakening you to pick them up and carry them forward. You felt stuck, like life has paused around you. It's because something spiritual needed to shift before your next breakthrough. That shift starts here. The hidden truth you're about to receive will be the key that unlocks the door. God is preparing you for something bigger, but He cannot pour blessings into a heart that's closed to healing. Listen. Let Him work on you through this. You may have grown up with pain. You may have lived with unanswered questions. But you are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. Heaven still knows your name. That loved one who has passed, God allowed them to linger close because their story is not over. It is tied to yours. They need your voice now. Your healing, your decision to listen can set things right. You are the bridge. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This message is the beginning of that healing. Don't walk away. Don't scroll past and pretend it didn't stir something in you. You felt the tug. That was real. Let God speak. Let Him reveal. He's not just telling you something, He's choosing you for something. There is more coming. What you feel right now is just the beginning. Keep your heart open, because the truth is about to unfold in a way that will leave no doubt that God is present, that He is moving, and that He has not forgotten you or your family. This is your moment to hear, to understand, to finally receive what heaven has been trying to give you. That person, yes, the one who passed, the one you felt around you, they are still trying to reach you. God allowed their spirit to linger with one message, one truth that must not be lost. They have tried to speak before. In your dreams, in sudden memories, in unexpected emotions. Maybe you felt their presence at night. Maybe a scent, a song, or a moment made you stop and remember. That wasn't your imagination. That was them. God allowed it. Because there is still something you need to know, and it is tied to your healing, it is tied to your calling. If you ignore this moment, their voice might go silent for good. But if you stay, if you let God speak, everything can change. The weight you've been carrying can finally lift. Comment 222 if you trust that God is trying to get something through to you right now. Let this be your way of saying, God, I'm listening. I trust you. Some truths don't come easy. They aren't wrapped in comfort. Sometimes they come in tears, in trembles, in late-night prayers with no words. But these truths are sacred. They carry the power to heal generations. The person who is crying out from the other side, maybe they left with things unsaid. Maybe they couldn't tell you the truth while they were still alive. Maybe guilt, shame, or fear kept them quiet. But now, with God's mercy, they have been allowed this one moment to reach you. You are the one meant to hear. You are the one chosen to receive it. You see, God doesn't just speak to perfect people. He speaks to the broken, the ones who have been through loss, the ones who have cried in silence, the ones who have questioned why things happened the way they did. God is not afraid of your questions. He is not threatened by your pain. He draws near to the crushed in spirit, and He is near to you now. You didn't come here by chance. This message found you because heaven saw your heart. God saw your confusion, your hurt, your wondering, and He said, "It's time." There is something in your family line that has been hidden. Maybe it was a secret. Maybe it was a betrayal. Maybe it was a burden passed down, and no one ever dared speak it aloud. But the silence has gone on too long. And now, that loved one who has passed is crying out not in torment but in hope. Hope that you'll listen. Hope that you'll understand. Hope that you'll be the one to break the silence and bring light to what was hidden in the dark. This isn't about uncovering shame. This is about uncovering truth so that healing can begin. God reveals to redeem. What has been concealed through pain, He wants to bring into the light through grace. He wants to break the cycles that have tried to repeat in your family. The same pain showing up in different faces, different seasons. He wants to stop it with you. He wants to bless what the enemy tried to bind. But for that to happen, your heart has to stay open. The enemy would love for you to brush this off, to scroll past, to say, maybe later. But you know that tug in your chest is more than curiosity. That's the Spirit of God reaching into your spirit. That's heaven saying, don't let this pass you by. God gives us moments that mark us, that shift us. This is one of those moments. The message may feel heavy, but it's not to crush you, it's to lift what's been crushing you. You don't have to carry this weight anymore. The burden of not knowing, the ache of things left unsaid, the confusion about what really happened. God knows all of it, and the one who has passed, they see it more clearly now than they ever did in life. And if they could tell you anything, it would be this. Please, listen. Please, don't let my voice be silenced. Please, let God speak through this. You are not alone. God's presence surrounds you right now. Angels are watching, listening, waiting. Your obedience, your willingness to listen, could release a wave of peace in your life that you haven't felt in years. And more than that, it could bring peace to their soul too. That voice, the one you felt in quiet moments, has been waiting for your attention. This is your confirmation. This is your sign. The door is open, but it won't stay open forever. If you believe that God is revealing this to bring healing to you and your family, comment 333 to declare your faith in His purpose. God sees every tear you've cried when no one else was looking. He knows how much you've longed for answers. You've tried to move on, to be strong, to forget, but there's a reason it keeps coming back. There's a reason you can't quite let it go, because the truth hasn't been spoken yet, and the truth is what sets you free. This isn't a coincidence. This is divine orchestration. Heaven has aligned this very moment so you could hear what's been buried under years of silence. God is stirring you because the time is now. Don't push this away. Don't silence what's been trying to speak. Listen. Let the Holy Spirit do what only He can do. He will not bring up pain unless he plans to heal it. He will not show you something unless he also gives you strength to walk through it. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. And you won't walk through it alone. God will go with you. He will walk beside you every step of the way. He will whisper peace when your heart races. He will hold you when your strength fails. He will defend you when darkness tries to rise up. You are His. You have always been His. And He has been preparing you for this moment long before you even knew it was coming. That's why your heart feels heavy. Why there's a strange warmth behind your eyes. Why part of you wants to cry and you don't even know why. Because something is being stirred deep in your spirit. Something you were never meant to ignore. This isn't just emotion, it's revelation. Something you've never fully understood is being brought to light, and that light is not here to shame you, it's here to free you. There is a voice, gentle but urgent, that's been pressing through the unseen. It's someone you once loved, someone who hasn't stopped loving you even in death. They've been trying to reach you, not to haunt or scare you, but to tell you something that matters deeply, something that was never spoken, never explained. And now, by God's mercy, they've been allowed this moment. They're close, closer than you think. They know time is running out. They know if you scroll past this, their chance to speak may vanish forever. Don't ignore what you feel right now. It's not just a thought, it's a prompting. This is how God works. He stirs your soul in ways that feel impossible to explain. He reaches past your mind and goes straight to the core of your being. Because some truths don't come through logic, they come through the Spirit. You can't reason your way through this. You have to receive it. And the first step is simple. Stay. Don't look away. Let your heart be open. Let God finish what He started in you. Comment 555 if your spirit is still listening. Let this be a simple act of faith, a sign that you haven't turned away. What this loved one is trying to reveal is something that could change everything. Maybe it's about your family. Maybe it's something you always felt but never had confirmed. Maybe it's something that explains the tension, the pain, the broken relationships, or the silent grief that seemed to echo through your life without a clear cause. And now, the moment has come where the veil between what you know and what you need to know is being lifted. They don't want you to carry the burden anymore. The pain, the confusion, the questions, they've seen how it's affected you. They've seen how you've tried to hold it all together. And now, their heart aches to bring you peace. If they had the chance, they'd wrap you in their arms and tell you face to face. But they can't. So this is how God has made a way. This message, this moment, is the window they've been given. And it's not just about you. It's about the generations after you. There is something you are meant to carry forward, a healing that starts with you and flows into others. You may be the first in your bloodline to hear God this clearly. You may be the first to say, "It ends with me." The confusion, the trauma, the silent suffering, it ends now. God is choosing you to be the one who breaks what needs to be broken and builds what was never built before. You are not doing this alone. God is with you. He is your strength when you feel weak. He is your light when the past feels too dark to face. And He is your voice when you don't know what to say. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to be willing to listen, to feel, and to trust. The rest will come. This person who passed, they've watched from heaven as you struggled through seasons of silence and sorrow. They've seen the moments you doubted your worth, the times you nearly gave up, the nights you cried and no one knew, and their heart has longed to reach you. To say, "I'm sorry." To say, "It wasn't your fault." To say, "I see now what I couldn't see before." That's why God has opened this window. Because healing must come, and it's starting with truth. Comment 1212 if you believe healing is on its way. Let it be your small step of faith. This hidden truth may shake you, but it will not break you. Because God is preparing you even as you hear this. His Spirit is hovering over your life like a covering, shielding you from fear, lifting you through what may feel heavy. And with every word He is whispering, "You are safe, you are strong, you are not alone." There is power in accepting what has been left unsaid. There is peace in letting the light touch the dark places. What was once hidden is not stronger than the God who reveals and redeems. What was once painful does not have to stay poisonous. It can become part of your freedom. What hurt you can become what heals you. What confused you can become your clarity. Because God doesn't waste anything, not even the broken pieces. If you open your heart now, you'll begin to feel the shift. The weight of generations being lifted. The tears that once felt like weakness becoming rivers of strength. The silence being broken by truth that echoes through time. And in that truth you'll find your voice. You'll find your calling. You'll find peace where there used to be pain. God sees you, not just the version you show others. He sees all of you. The hidden grief, the silent questions, the tired heart that's been longing for something real. And He loves you completely, without hesitation, without condition. That's why He's speaking now. That's why He's allowing this message to reach you in such a deep way. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You are not just surviving, you're awakening. You are not just being warned, you're being called. Called to step into something greater. Called to release what no longer serves you. Called to let go of the lies and step into truth. And even though that truth may hurt at first, it will heal far more than it harms. Questions left unanswered, emotions you couldn't explain, patterns that kept repeating in your family, and no one ever stopped to ask why. But God is stopping you now. He's interrupting everything because what's hidden must come into the light. You are the one chosen to hear this, to carry it, and to release its weight once and for all. The person crying out from beyond, they see the pain their silence caused. They didn't know how to say it then. Maybe they were afraid. Maybe they were hurting. Maybe they thought they were protecting you by not telling you the full truth. But death didn't erase their love for you. It only made it clearer. And now, with God's permission, they are trying to reach you with a message they never had the strength or chance to share before. This is a holy moment, and it's fragile. If you ignore it, their voice may never break through again. This isn't superstition. This is spiritual reality. Heaven and earth are not as far apart as they seem. And when God allows a voice from the other side to speak, it's not by accident. It's because something sacred is at stake, something that must not be lost. Someone you loved is begging you to stay open, to listen with your spirit, not just your ears. They've waited so long for this moment. Don't silence them again. Not this time. Comment 777 if you believe God is allowing this for a reason. Let that number be your way of saying, "I receive this." Maybe you've carried wounds that didn't even start with you. Maybe you've felt a heaviness you couldn't explain. You thought it was just yours, but it was passed down. Hurt people, hurting people, generations holding secrets in their bones. But God is saying, it ends now. That's why this loved one is trying to speak. They know the damage of what was hidden. They've seen the ripple effect of what was never brought into the light. And now they're pleading for the cycle to stop with you. This truth isn't just something you're meant to know, it's something you're meant to heal, to break, to rebuild. You may be the first in your family to feel the full weight of this, but you won't be the last to benefit from it. What you choose to face now will bless those who come after you. Your children, your siblings, your future. You may not even realize how many lives will be touched by your choice to listen, to believe, to stay open. The enemy wants you distracted. He wants you numb. He wants you too tired, too skeptical, too busy to take this seriously. But something in you knows better. That tug in your chest, that's the Holy Spirit. That lump in your throat, that's your spirit recognizing truth. Don't let it pass. Don't let the noise of the world drown out this divine whisper. Because what you're hearing now may be the answer to the ache you've felt your whole life. God knows the weight of unanswered questions. He knows what it's like to watch you smile on the outside while you're crumbling inside. He knows how long you've been trying to make sense of the past. And now, He's giving you the missing piece. He's letting someone who couldn't speak in life finally speak in spirit. Their voice is soft, but full of urgency. They're saying, please, don't ignore this. I need you to hear it. They may want to tell you the truth behind a family secret, or that the things you always sensed were real. Maybe they're asking for forgiveness. Maybe they're offering it. Or maybe they just need you to know that despite everything they loved you, and they still do. Sometimes that's the one truth that changes everything. Comment 999 if you feel something shifting inside of you right now. Let it be your act of agreement with heaven. God doesn't reveal things to stir pain without purpose. He doesn't bring up the past just to make you relive it. He brings it up to heal it, to redeem it, to give you peace where you once had questions. This isn't about reopening wounds, it's about finally letting them close the right way. With truth, with grace, with freedom. You've been chosen for this moment. Out of everyone in your family, God picked you. Not because you're the strongest, not because you have it all together, but because your heart is sensitive enough to hear, brave enough to receive, and strong enough to carry what comes next. You are not alone in this. Heaven is surrounding you, God is going before you, and that voice from beyond is right beside you, hoping you won't turn away. You were never meant to carry shame. You were never meant to live in confusion. That's why God is breaking through the noise of your day to whisper this into your soul. This is not just about the past, it's about your future. The future you cannot step into fully until this truth is acknowledged, honored, and healed. You don't need to understand everything now. You just need to believe that God is guiding you. That He's not showing you this to scare you, but to set you free. One step at a time, He'll unfold what you're ready to receive. And as you walk with Him, clarity will come, peace will come, closure will come. You didn't choose this randomly. You were called, marked, chosen by heaven to hear what others were never able to hear. And now the voice of the one who passed is getting closer. Not in fear, but in grace. They are not here to bring sorrow, they are here to release peace. But it has to begin with you. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. God is working deeply right now. He's peeling back layers that were never yours to carry. He's removing guilt, confusion, shame, and silence. And in place of that, He's placing understanding, compassion, and healing. The truth you're meant to receive isn't for your destruction, it's for your restoration. And the one who left this earth without saying it all, without making it right, is being allowed by God to pass this final piece to you. Not because you're supposed to fix everything, but because you are strong enough to carry the healing forward. You've been through enough. You've endured storms that should have broken you, but they didn't. You held on. You kept going, even when you didn't know why. That's because God knew this day would come, a day when the light would break through the shadows and the truth would begin to set you free. The reason you've felt heavy lately, the reason things have felt unsettled, it's because something in the spirit has been moving, preparing, calling, and now it's here. Comment 1010 if you feel the shift happening right now. Let it be your way of saying, I'm ready to receive. The person speaking to you from the other side wants you to know they never stopped watching over you. Even when they couldn't say what needed to be said in life, they never stopped loving you in spirit. Their silence may have created distance, but their love was never absent. Now, they are being given one more chance, not to change the past, but to help you move forward, to give you the truth that will finally release your heart from wondering. God is a God of mercy. He doesn't leave loose ends hanging in pain. He ties them together with grace. This is why He's made a way for this message to reach you. This is why He's held your heart through all the confusion. He knew you'd need strength to hear this. He knew you'd need confirmation. And this, what you're feeling now, is that confirmation. This is not just a feeling. This is the Spirit of God opening the door between what was hidden and what is now being revealed. Maybe the person who passed wants to say they're sorry. Maybe they want you to know something they kept inside. Maybe they want you to stop blaming yourself. Maybe they've seen how much you've suffered in silence, and they want you to finally have peace. They can't change what happened, but with God's help, they can help you heal from it. That's why this is happening now. You are not here to live in the shadows of what was left unsaid. You are here to walk in the light of what God is now making clear. There is something sacred in this silence breaking. Something powerful in this truth being spoken. The enemy has tried for generations to keep your family in bondage, to keep you confused, disconnected, divided. But God is saying, no more. This is the generation where the truth will rise. This is where healing will begin. You don't need to carry the sorrow of the past any longer. What was broken is not your identity. What was hidden is not your burden. You are not defined by the things they couldn't say. You are defined by the grace God is pouring into you right now. That grace is giving you strength to feel, to forgive, to understand, and to rise above what once weighed you down. Comment 1515 if you believe God is breaking generational pain and releasing peace into your life right now. The voice from the other side is growing clearer in your spirit. They're not here to condemn. They're here to help. To support the healing God is already beginning in you. They've seen the truth. They've seen where things went wrong. And now, all they want is to be part of making it right through you. Because even though they've passed on, you are still living. You are still able to speak, to feel, to forgive, and to heal. You are the vessel God is using to bring closure to what's been left open for too long. This is not a moment of fear. This is a moment of mercy. And mercy is powerful. It doesn't erase the past, but it rewrites how it lives in your heart. It gives meaning to pain. It gives voice to silence. It gives peace to what was never settled. That's what God is doing right now. He's reaching back through time and pulling truth to the surface, not to hurt you, but to lift you, to free you. You may feel emotions you didn't expect. You may find yourself remembering things that didn't make sense before. That's part of healing. That's part of the Spirit doing what only He can do. Let it happen. Let God hold you through it. Let Him carry what's too heavy. You were never meant to do this alone, and now you won't have to. He felt the weight you carried silently, and now He's saying, enough. Not in anger, but in love. Because His love won't let you keep living in confusion. His mercy won't let this stay buried. What was hidden is rising. Not to break you, but to release you. This person you loved, the one who passed, they carried something they couldn't say. And now, in the quiet of this moment, they're trying to pass it on. It might be hard to receive. It might stir things in you that you've tucked away. But healing can't come to what you pretend isn't there. God isn't revealing this to shame anyone. He's revealing it because you matter. Because your heart deserves peace. And because what you've been feeling all along, those moments when your soul stirred with unexplained heaviness, it was real. You weren't imagining it. God has been speaking, and so have they. They've been with you, watching, hoping, wishing they could fix what they didn't finish. They've seen the pain that carried into your life. And if they could say one thing now, it would be this. Please don't walk away from this. Please let me say what I never could. Please listen, before my voice fades forever. Comment 1717 if you feel this is speaking directly to your soul. Let that number be your way of saying, I hear you. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There's something about the timing of this moment that matters more than you know. God doesn't work by chance. He works by divine alignment. And this moment is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It's the result of prayers spoken years ago, tears cried by people who didn't have the words, faith that was passed down, even when the truth wasn't. Heaven has waited for this, and now the door is open. The only question is, will you walk through it? You have the strength to receive this. Not because you feel ready, but because God is ready in you. He is strengthening you in places you didn't know were weak. He is preparing you to hear what your spirit has longed to know. And even if it breaks you open for a moment, He will hold every piece. He is the one who gathers the brokenhearted. He is the one who heals deep places, and He is doing that for you right now. The voice of your loved one isn't loud. It's gentle, steady, real. It's not meant to scare you, it's meant to comfort you. Because love doesn't disappear with death. Real love stays, it lingers, it watches. And when God allows, it speaks. They've seen your pain. They've seen what was never fixed. And they don't want to carry it into eternity. They want to leave it here, in the light, where it can finally lose its power. This is why your spirit feels stirred. It's why you feel like something deeper is going on. Because it is. You're not just watching something, you're in the middle of something holy. God is touching parts of your heart that no one else could ever reach. He's reaching back through generations to restore what was broken before you were even born. And now He's using you not to carry more pain, but to end it. You may be wondering, why me? Why would God choose you to carry this truth? to hear this voice, to be the one that healing flows through, because you said yes. Not out loud, but with your heart. Every time you chose to forgive. Every time you stayed soft when life hardened others. Every time you cried out to God and didn't give up. That was your yes. Heaven heard it. And now, healing is coming through it. God is not only revealing, He's rebuilding. Brick by brick, moment by moment, He's restoring what was stolen from you. What confusion took, He's giving back in clarity. What silence damaged, He's healing through truth. You are walking through something spiritual. And even if it's hard to understand, even if it makes you weep, keep going. On the other side of this is peace like you've never known. Comment Amen if you're ready for that peace. If your heart is open to what God is doing, speak it. You are not weak for feeling this deeply. You are strong for staying with it. Most would scroll away, most would turn the volume down on their heart. But you're still here, and that matters. Heaven sees that. The one who passed sees that. They're proud of you. Even if they never said it while they were alive, they want you to know it now. They see the weight you've carried. And they're saying, I'm sorry. They're saying, thank you. They're saying, I never stopped loving you. Maybe what they need to reveal is something simple, or maybe it's something big. Either way, it matters, because it connects to your story. It connects to the questions that have circled your mind for years. And with God guiding every step, you're about to find answers you didn't even know you were ready for. This journey you're on is not by human design. It's divine. It's holy. It's wrapped in the fingerprints of God. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't show up too late. You're right on time. And the one who's been trying to speak from beyond is finally being heard. God is not just revealing a truth from someone who passed. He's unwrapping layers within you that have been sealed shut for years, places that hurt too much to touch, questions you pushed down because the silence was easier than the pain. But He's not afraid of your pain. He's walking straight into it with healing in His hands. You're not just hearing a message, you're part of a sacred moment. The person who left this earth, they have not left your life. Their presence, with God's permission, is closer than you've ever felt it. They are trying to finish what they couldn't say, not because they're stuck, but because they love you, and God in His goodness is giving them this final opportunity to bring you peace. That ache you've carried in your chest, the one that flares up when you think of them, that wasn't just grief, that was unfinished love waiting to be heard. This is the moment you've unknowingly longed for. A time when clarity could finally meet confusion, when grace could finally meet guilt, when the words you never got to hear could finally reach your heart. And even if they bring tears, those tears are holy. They are part of the healing. You don't have to hold them back. Let them fall. Let them wash away the years of wondering. The Spirit of God is surrounding you right now, wrapping you in comfort as something deeply spiritual unfolds inside you. Comment 3333 if you believe God is healing the silent places inside of you right now. This loved one isn't here to drag you into the past. They are here to release you into your future. But there's something they need you to know first. Something that, if left unsaid, would leave a gap in your soul. Maybe they need to say they're sorry. Maybe they want to explain why they did what they did. Or maybe they want you to stop blaming yourself for something that was never your fault. Whatever it is, the urgency is real, because once this moment is gone, it may never return. God does not allow spiritual encounters like this lightly. He is a God of order, a God of purpose. And when He speaks through the veil that separates time and eternity, it is because something essential is at stake. He sees how your heart has longed for this, And he knows that while your mind may try to explain it away, your spirit knows exactly what's happening. You feel it. You may not have words for it, but deep down, you know this is real. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. They have waited patiently. They have pleaded with heaven for one more chance to reach you. And now that chance has come. Don't miss it. Don't shut it down because it feels heavy. Sometimes, healing feels like breaking at first. But what breaks isn't your spirit, it's the chains, the confusion, the fear, the silence. And as those things fall, what rises is peace. Not just peace for you, but for them as well. This isn't just for closure. This is for calling. God is showing you something because there's more He's about to do through you. There is a blessing that's been held back, waiting for this truth to be revealed. There is favor with your name on it. But first, this weight must lift. God cannot fill hands that are still holding yesterday's grief, so He's asking you to release it. Let it go. Trust Him with the truth. Even if it hurts, trust that He knows how to hold you through it. Comment 2222 if you are trusting God to lead you through this moment, no matter how deep it feels. This person who passed there were things they never got to explain. Maybe life ran out too quickly. Maybe they didn't have the courage at the time. Maybe they thought staying silent was safer. But now, they see clearly. From where they are, they understand the pain their silence caused. And they would give anything to undo it. They can't go back, but they can reach forward. And that's what they're doing now. Their love for you hasn't died. If anything, it's stronger now, purified by the presence of God. And that love is fueling this moment. Not guilt, not fear. Love. They want you to be free. They want you to know the truth. And they want you to walk in the peace they couldn't give you before. This is their gift to you, a final act of grace. Will you receive it? God is giving you the strength. You may not feel ready, but you are. He wouldn't bring you to this moment without preparing your heart to carry it. He has assigned angels to surround you. He has covered this moment in His protection. Nothing the enemy tries to whisper now can undo what heaven has set in motion. You are safe in God's hands, and so is the truth. The pain that once defined your story is about to be rewritten. You are not the product of silence. You are not the result of brokenness. You are a child of God, chosen to carry light into places where darkness once lived. What you are receiving now is not just revelation, it is restoration for your heart, for your family, for your future. You've been faithful in your pain. You've kept going when others would have quit. And now, God is honoring that faithfulness. He is allowing you to hear what others could not. He is blessing you with answers that many never receive. Because He trusts you, He knows your heart, and He knows you will not waste this moment. You are being handed something fragile and eternal, a truth from a soul that never stopped loving you, and a message from heaven that can't be ignored any longer. This is not just a moment to remember the past. It's a calling to step into something new, something free, something that's been waiting for you for a long time. The silence from the one who passed wasn't rejection. It wasn't distance. It was unfinished love. And now, God is giving you the peace they never got to give. That peace is truth. It's not the kind that causes harm, it's the kind that brings release. This isn't about uncovering pain. It's about finally being able to set it down. You've been carrying confusion that wasn't yours, weight that wasn't meant to stay on your shoulders, and heaven is saying, It ends today. What's coming over you right now, this mix of peace and intensity, it's spiritual. It's not just emotional. It's the presence of God touching something that's been locked away. Maybe you buried it so deep you forgot it was there, but your spirit remembers. And that's why this moment is hitting you so deeply. Your soul is waking up to what's real and what's always been waiting to be revealed. Comment 7777 if you know this is more than just a message, it's a moment of divine breakthrough. The voice from beyond is not finished. It's still speaking, still reaching, still asking to be heard. The person who passed wants to speak clearly, but they need you still and open. They don't want to stir up guilt or shame. They want to lift the veil, to bring you clarity. Maybe they want to tell you about a decision they made that hurt you. Maybe they want to confess something they couldn't say while they were alive. Or maybe they simply want to say, "I loved you more than you ever knew." Let that sink in. The love they carried didn't die with their body. It is still alive, alive in the Spirit of God, who allowed this connection to happen. And that love is what is speaking now. That love is what's reaching out, asking you to stay, to let the truth settle in your heart, to receive the peace they couldn't give in life. You've always sensed that something was missing, that something about their departure left a hole in your heart. You've asked questions no one could answer. You've cried in silence, feeling the ache of not knowing. But God has been watching. He has heard every cry. And now He is answering, not through thunder, not through fire, but through a whisper, through a stirring in your spirit, through a truth spoken just for you. You were not forgotten, not by them, not by God. Heaven saw what you went through. Heaven knows the silence was never fair. And now God is balancing the scales, not with revenge, but with revelation, not with punishment, but with peace. This is His justice, truth revealed at the right time, in the right way, to the right heart. And that heart is yours. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase, just 9 words long, that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This is not too much for you. God would never bring you into something you're not ready for. Even if it feels overwhelming, He's walking with you through it. His Spirit is near, closer than your own breath, and His comfort is greater than any pain that may rise to the surface. You are covered, protected, surrounded, and most of all, you are loved. Comment 9999 if you believe God is protecting your heart in this moment and guiding you through it. The one who passed may not have had the words while they were here, but they have them now, and they're asking gently for your heart to listen, not with fear, but with faith. The truth they carry is not to hurt, it's to release. Maybe it's to say they were wrong. Maybe it's to explain something that never made sense. Or maybe it's simply to say, you were never alone. And you weren't. God has been with you every step of the way, even in the moments when you felt abandoned. Even in the quiet seasons when it seemed like no one saw you. God saw you. He carried you. He brought you here not just to hear something powerful, but to be changed by it. What's happening in your heart right now is a shift. It's not a feeling that will fade. It's a spiritual turning point. What used to be unanswered will begin to make sense. The dreams that haunted you will begin to quiet. The weight in your chest will begin to lift. Because you are receiving something from heaven, a piece of healing that was meant only for you. Don't rush through this. Let God finish what He started. Let the truth finish forming. Let your heart stay open just a little longer. There's more coming, more clarity, more peace. And eventually, more strength than you knew you had. Because healing doesn't just restore what was broken. It gives you the power to walk differently, lighter, freer, whole. The voice that once fell silent has been allowed to speak. That loved one, whose memory lives in your heart, has waited patiently through the veil, praying you wouldn't miss this moment. And now that you're here, they're still whispering, still hoping you won't turn away before it's all said. The truth is often quiet. It doesn't come with thunder or flashing signs. It comes in that slow pull in your chest, in the tears you didn't expect, in the stillness that suddenly feels weighty. That's what you're feeling now. This is not confusion. This is clarity rising through your spirit. God is untangling the knots that have been passed down through generations. He's not doing it with force, he's doing it with love. Love from him, and love from the one who passed. That love never left you. It just waited for the right time to reach you again. Maybe you've asked, why now? Why would God choose this season, this day, to reveal all of this? Because your heart is finally ready. You've carried pain long enough. You've lived with questions long enough. And heaven knows it's time for the weight to be lifted. You don't need to carry what you were never meant to hold. This isn't just about finding peace. This is about becoming whole. God is restoring what the silence once stole. Comment 111111 if your heart is still open and you're ready to keep receiving. The voice from beyond is not loud, it's tender. It's soaked in love. It doesn't push, it invites. And right now, it's saying, I see you. I'm sorry. I never meant to leave things undone. Maybe there were regrets they carried. Maybe they left this world with burdens they couldn't speak. But now, in the presence of God, they've seen clearly, and they've pleaded for a chance to make it right, even in a small way. This is that chance, and you're the key. The truth they carry is not just for closure, it's for restoration, not just for your heart, but for your life. This kind of truth changes how you move forward. It brings freedom. It brings stillness where there used to be noise. It brings warmth to places that once felt cold. And you deserve that. You deserve peace. Not the kind that fades when things get hard, but the kind that stays, the kind that comes from knowing what was once hidden has now been spoken. They may be saying things like, you were never the problem, or you were always loved, or I carried guilt, not because of you, but because of what I didn't say. Sometimes it's that simple. The silence wasn't your fault. The distance wasn't about you. And now, they want you to release the stories you wrote in your own mind, to fill the gaps they left behind. Those stories weren't the truth. This is. God's mercy is all over this moment. He's not just letting a voice reach through, he's pouring out his own love through it, because he knew what it would take for you to open your heart again. He knew the healing wouldn't come from just facts or explanations, it would come from love. Love that moves through eternity. Love that isn't stopped by death. Love that comes straight from him, wrapped in a message only your heart would understand. You haven't missed your moment, you haven't waited too long, you're right on time. This is when your spirit was most open, when your soul was most in need. That's why heaven moved now. And God is not done speaking. Comment 1313. If you believe this is your divine time to be healed and restored, the enemy wants you to second-guess this. He wants you to brush it off, to say it's just emotion, to scroll past and forget. But you know better, your spirit knows better. This moment carries too much weight. It's too specific, too personal, too real. You are being handed a gift, one that many never receive. The voice from the other side is trusting you with their final words, and those words, though unseen, are sacred. A neuroscientist says yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may still feel unsure. That's okay. God isn't rushing you. He knows your heart needs time to open fully, but He's staying right here. So is that loved one. They've seen the tears you cried that no one else saw. They've heard the questions you whispered into pillows in the dark. And they're not here to bring up the pain, they're here to lay it down. To speak what should have been spoken long ago. To finally bring rest to the ache inside you. This is what healing feels like, not a moment of perfection, but a slow unfolding of peace. And as God continues to work, you'll notice the change. The thoughts that once brought pain will bring calm. The dreams that once brought confusion will carry clarity. The memories that once triggered grief will begin to feel softer. Because truth transforms everything it touches. And this truth is touching you now. You are not alone in this. God is walking with you. His Spirit is hovering over you, gently guiding your heart through every word. And the one who passed, they're still speaking, still loving, still hoping you'll keep listening just a little longer. Because there's one more layer left to uncover, and it could be the very thing that sets your soul free for good. They are closer than you think. You may not see them, but their presence has followed you through life. Moments when you felt watched over. Times when you sensed something in the room. Those weren't just passing thoughts. That was real. That was them. And it was God allowing them to come near, not to haunt you, but to help you heal. They've been waiting for you to be ready. And now, heaven is saying, you are. God's timing is perfect, not rushed, not delayed. This didn't come too early or too late. It came now because something in your life is about to shift. A season is closing, and another is beginning. But before you step forward, God is making sure you don't walk into the next chapter with the weight of the last one still on your shoulders. That's why this moment is sacred. That's why it matters that you stayed. Comment 4444 if your heart knows something is shifting right now. Maybe they weren't perfect. Maybe they made mistakes. But their love for you wasn't fake. They wanted more time, more chances, more words. But life moved fast, and when it ended, so did their ability to explain. But now, God has given them this window, and they're using it not to dwell on what went wrong, but to set right what can still be redeemed. They don't want you to hold their silence anymore. They want you to hear their heart. Maybe they left suddenly, or maybe their final days were filled with pain or confusion. Whatever the case, there were things left unsaid. You felt that gap, that hollow space that no one could fill. But that gap is being filled now, not with noise, not with surface comfort, but with deep truth. The kind that only comes from beyond. The kind that settles your soul and makes everything feel lighter. That's what God is doing in you now.